All right, let's jump right in. We're going to talk about something that's changing, well, pretty much everything, artificial intelligence. But we're not just going to talk about what AI is. We're going to give you a real, practical blueprint for how to navigate this whole new world and actually future-proof your career. Okay, let's do this. First up, I want you to just look at this number. Let it sink in for a second. 31.24%. It might seem a little random right now, but trust me, this number represents a massive shift that's happening in the working world as we speak. So what is it? Well, that's the slice of jobs in the US. We're talking everything from coders and analysts to writers and designers that are getting a major shakeup from generative AI. And this isn't some sci-fi prediction for 2050. This is happening right now. But look, this is not a story about fear. It's a story about being prepared. And this quote just nails it. This is the mindset you need. A huge wave is coming, right? And you've got two choices. You can either get swept away by it, or you can learn how to surf. Think of this explainer as your surfboard. It's your guide to turning all this disruption into a real opportunity. So let's actually move past that feeling of, anxiety, that what's going to happen to my job feeling, and let's get into a clear, actionable plan. We're going to break down exactly what you need to focus on to not just get by, but to really thrive. Forget about trying to master hundreds of different AI tools. The market is just flooded with them. It's overwhelming. Instead, the single most powerful skill you can build right now is learning the language of AI. It's the foundation that makes everything else work for you, not against you. And that secret handshake, it's got a name: prompt engineering. What a perfect way to put it. It's not some kind of dark art or complex coding. It's just about learning to communicate so clearly, so precisely, that the AI has no choice but to give you a brilliant result. So let's be super clear here. Prompt engineering is just the skill of giving really, really good instructions. It's the difference between being a casual user who gets kind of meh results and being a power user who can command AI to do complex, super valuable work. And check this out. This is a perfect example of what I mean. On the left, you've got this super vague prompt, "Tell me about marketing." And what do you get back? You get a generic, totally useless wall of text, but look at the right. A specific, well-crafted prompt, and boom, you get a concise, actionable strategy that's tailored to exactly what you need. That right there, that's the game changer. And you can start getting better at this literally right now by just remembering these 4 simple rules. 1, be specific. Tell it exactly what you want. 2, give it a role. Tell it to act like an expert copywriter or a senior developer. 3, break down big tasks into smaller steps. And 4, if you want a certain format, just show it an example. Seriously, if you master these 4 things, you're 90% of the way there. Okay, so once you know how to speak AI, the next step is picking your tools, your AI teammates, if you will. But with literally thousands of them out there, how in the world do you pick the right ones without just getting totally lost? Well, the trick is to think in categories, not brand names. Forget the hype for a second. Just ask yourself, what do I do all day? Are you a writer? Cool. Then you should be looking at tools like ChatGPT or copy.ai. A developer? GitHub Copilot is going to be your new best friend. A designer? You need to know about Midjourney. Find the category that fits your job and just start by mastering 1 or 2 tools in that space. And hey, before you commit to any tool, just run it through this quick checklist. Does it actually solve a real problem for you? Is it going to take forever to learn? Does it work with the software you already use? This little framework will save you so much time and help you see past all the marketing hype to find what's actually useful. Okay, so you've learned to speak the language, you've picked out a couple of tools. Now comes the really fun part, putting it all together to get rid of the most boring, tedious parts of your job for good. I absolutely love this quote. It just hits the nail on the head. This is the real promise of AI in our daily work lives. It's not here to replace your brain or your creativity. It's here to be your best intern ever, the one who handles all the repetitive stuff that just drains your energy. And we're not talking about abstract things here. Just think about your own day. How much time do you spend on stuff like this, drafting the same kinds of emails over and over, logging data, scheduling things? These are the absolute perfect tasks to hand over to AI, which frees you up to focus on the big picture, strategic work that actually matters. And when we zoom out from just your personal productivity and look at the whole global economy, well, the numbers are just staggering. That's right, $4.4 trillion with a T. That's the potential productivity boost we're talking about here. So by learning these skills, you're not just making your own life easier, you're plugging yourself into one of the biggest economic transformations of our lifetime. But let's be really clear about something. The technology, that's only half of the story. The final, and honestly, the most important piece of this whole puzzle is you. It's about doubling down on the skills that make you uniquely human. AI can spit out 1,000 ideas, but it can't have a truly original, creative breakthrough. It can analyze data, but it can't exercise real human judgment. These skills, creativity, leadership, critical thinking, emotional intelligence, they don't just set you apart anymore. In the age of AI, they become your superpowers. And this all leads to the ultimate goal, developing what's called a collaborative intelligence mindset. It's about fundamentally changing how you see AI. It's not a threat. It's not a competitor. It's a partner. It's a tool that handles the grunt work so you're freed up to do what humans do best: create, connect, strategize, and lead. This state of working together is sometimes called super agency. And that word just perfectly captures the symbiotic relationship we should all be aiming for. It's people and machines working together, creating something that is way more powerful and creative than either one could ever be on its own. So that's the blueprint. The path forward is actually pretty clear. You learn the language, you pick your tools, you automate the busy work, and you sharpen your uniquely human skills. The AI revolution isn't coming. It's already here. So the only question left for you is, are you going to be a passenger just along for the ride, or are you going to grab the wheel and drive?